What is up, everybody? My name is Adam and welcome back to Broke Man Finance. There is so much money to be made in crypto right now. It's hard not to just focus on it solely. And I'm speaking to myself too. I've been really focused on crypto here lately just because we're making so much money in this space. This is a nice little bull run that we're looking at. Whenever you have doo-doo butt sniff coin making people millionaires, it's hard not to look over your shoulder at it. However, don't look too hard because there is still money to be made in the stock market. Keep your head on a swivel in the overall investing game, or you may miss out on some really good money-making opportunities. Today, I'm talking about a penny stock that I've talked about several times on this channel, but yesterday, right now it's early morning pre-market on November 2nd, but yesterday they were up nearly 50% at one point. I think we could be looking at the beginning of a bull run because they've had several days now where they've jumped up in double-digit percentages. So I think we're looking at the beginning of a bull run because people are figuring out all these acquisitions they're making, law changes, they're starting to look their direction. And the company I'm talking about is Innerscope Hearing Technologies, ticker symbol INND. There is just too much news, law changes, acquisitions to not be looking in their direction. This is one I believe will go much, much higher, especially over the next 12 to 18 months. And I'm going to explain why it's going to go up over the next 12 to 18 months. So we have a lot of share price pops, a lot of catalysts to be looking forward to. But I'm going to go into that. I will be doing all of my subscribers a disservice, and if you're not a subscriber, then make sure you like the video and remember to subscribe so you can continue getting updates like this on penny stocks, crypto, etc. But I would be doing everyone a disservice if I did not break this down and explain it all to you what I'm talking about, because I think there's a lot of money to be made here. If you're a current Innerscope investor, then stick around for the updates and potential talking points to naysayers. And if you're not an investor in Innerscope, to stick around to figure out what all the fuss is about and why I think you should consider it. First off, whenever laws start getting changed federally and it opens up an entirely new market, you need to pay attention to that. And that's exactly what's happening. Last week, the FDA finally moved to make over-the-counter hearing aids available to all Americans without a prescription or a hearing exam, because currently that's how you have to get them. And even then, that can be thousands and thousands of dollars. This FDA move is the end result of the Hearing Aid Act that Congress passed 4 years ago to help make hearing aids more affordable and available to the approximately 40 million Americans who have hearing loss. Yes, you heard that correctly. We have been waiting for this for 4 years for this to finally come to fruition. We are finally right there on the edge of getting those revenues generated from this law change. On October 28th, President Joe Biden announced that the Build Back Better Act will need to pass Congress to take effect. This will include an expansion of Medicare to cover hearing benefits. Currently, Medicare does not cover hearing aids, and Matthew Moore, the CEO, said he's confident that Innerscope's hearing aids would qualify as an option. If the bill passes, because there's still some things they have to go through, if the bill passes, and apparently Democrats and the Biden administration are feeling pretty confident that this will eventually get passed, this would be a massive win for Innerscope and really the whole hearing aid community. This would be a major catalyst for years to come in terms of revenue. Some of the biggest news here recently is that INND announced that it is in the process of acquiring Hearing Assist, LLC, Walmart's largest hearing aid supplier. INND entered into a letter of intent with Hearing Assist to acquire 100% equity in the company. The two companies anticipate the announcement of a definitive agreement by November 15th of this year, just in a couple weeks. According to Innerscope, Hearing Assist has sold more than 500,000 hearing aids to nearly 400,000 customers in the more than 750 Walmart stores, 757 to be exact, as well as on Walmart.com. Those sales have generated $72 million in top-line revenues. That will give Innerscope immediate revenue in not only Walmart, but Sam's Club as well. But wait, there's more. INND has completed an asset purchase agreement or acquisition and has acquired all assets and operations of iHear Medical Incorporated. The acquisition expands Innerscope's products and services to include the iHear test, which is the only FDA-cleared home hearing screener, the advanced FDA-registered hearing aids, and the Treo, I guess I'm saying that right, their personal sound amplification product. The acquisition also expands Innerscope's customer base and provides hearing to iHear's established retail and contracted distribution channels, which include CVS Pharmacy and Amazon. one of Innerscope's main competitors, just dropped off significantly here recently. After the markets closed on September 22nd, 2021, Eargo disclosed that it is the target of a criminal investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice. It was related to insurance reimbursement claims the company has submitted on behalf of its customers covered by federal employee health plans. In light of this information, Eargo has also announced it is withdrawing its financial guidance for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2021. As of now, Eargo is still down 75% in that stock, and if INND could get a piece of that customer base, that could prove to be very valuable. Just another catalyst, another revenue generator. Innerscope also announced Chris Ivy would be joining the team as Chief Brand Advisor. Chris is an American music producer, better known as the husband of Ellen Pompeo of Grey's Anatomy fame. Chris said this, and I'm digging it. I personally want to help and see Innerscope become the next Beats by Dre within the hearing device industry. Now that may be a little ambitious sounding, but I like the vision as we're still picking up shares for around that 1 cent mark. Yesterday on November 1st, INND was up around 40% at close, and at one point during the day was up nearly 50%. This marks another good day for Innerscope, and currently they are trading for around the 2 cent mark. People are discovering all of the news surrounding Innerscope, INND, and they are starting to buy in. But before someone mentions it in the comments, let me go ahead and address it. They do have a pretty big float. But CEO Matthew Moore has spoke about this a couple times publicly, that he was going to have to dilute the shares in order to raise more funds to grow the company, which is exactly what he's doing. If they were just continuing to sit on cash and continuing to dilute shares, that would be a little more alarming, but there are acquisitions getting made. He has said before that once they're at a good place financially, he does plan to buy back some of those shares, to retire some of those shares, to increase the value for shareholders. When I first made my Innerscope video, I mentioned that this is going to be a 3 to 5 year hold for me. This is one I wanted to buy a chunk of, set to the side in my Charles Schwab account, and just forget about and then revisit later on. And I'm remaining patient because even after these acquisitions are made, even after the FDA finally announces that over-the-counter hearing aids are a go, if the Medicaid goes through, great. If it doesn't, it's all good. We still have earnings reports and revenues to be looking forward to, making that share price pop even more going on in the future. They haven't even really started selling yet. They're just teed up to start. And with these acquisitions, especially the in Walmart and these other and being in these other distributors, it's going to be some great earnings reports, I think, over the next 12 to 18 months. I say all of that to say this. I think INND is going to have a great run over the next 12 to 18 months. There's so many catalysts out there, and we haven't even got to the point of revenues, earnings reports, and him retiring shares. There's just a lot of catalysts to see that share price pop. I think on the low end, over the next 6 to 10 months, we could see 30 to 40 cents, and some people will scoff at that and say it'll be well over $1. I think 30 cents to 40 cents is a realistic number, and it would still be a huge increase from what we are right now. That's a 30%. That's a 30 times your money type of play from right here on the low end, in my opinion. So I think it is a very good time to buy in. If you're considering it, you're still getting in early. But what do you think the INND can get to? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, stay safe out there, and we will see you soon.